And we're back. Welcome to the Lion's Den, people. So in the Lion's Den, we always ask some real good, courageous stories from people from all over the globe. And in this particular case, we have a screenwriter, musician, and now book writer all the way from London, England, the UK itself. Hold on, I'm not doing you a good service. Let me try it like this. All the way from London, England, the UK itself. We got to try to do that little swagoo, But anyway, we got my man, Lyndon Haynes, who happens to be here for the ABFF. As you know, the brother Jeff Friday, Howard University, shout out, Well, anyway, Jeff Friday had this thing that he always does called ABFF. And for those acronyms mean American Black Film Festival, which was where we met and both attended. And so we're going to get into his book. It's called Paper Trail. We're going to get into the man himself. And then also we're going to talk about some tidbits, some social justice. And then finally, what we both love very much, which is music, right?
The music.
We're going to talk about the music.
Yeah.
So little background on me, obviously, Source Magazine, Vibe Magazine, United Nations Chronicle. I could go on, but this is your time right now, my brother.
Yeah.
So I'm glad for you to step into the literary wheelhouse.
Thank you.
All right. And before we go on, I just want to say that right now we are in AM Studios right here in Hollywood, Florida. And it's beautiful out here. The weather is so beautiful. My man right here, he didn't even want to come into the podcast. He was like, I'm at the beach. I just want to be here at the beach all day. So we thank you, brother. And I'm going to let you tell about yourself and appreciate you. Appreciate you, sir.
Thank you, man. That's a great introduction, first off. Thank you very much. Like you said, Lyndon Haynes. Started off in music, so I was doing hip-hop music back in the UK for like 20, 25, 30 years.
Ceasefire from the youths round here. Too much genocide, are you loots round here? No, my gun should really get shoot round here. You'll all be dead or wearing jail suits round here. Journalists are looking for the scoop round here. 5 ready just to swoop round here. The one that handcuffs and execute round here. Yeah. Riot shields and taser guns test round here. Okay, enough rappers and telling the truth round here.
And part of a big rap group out there, and then obviously the evolution for me myself started to do some writing, storytelling, writing fiction, and it's culminated in this point now where I'm here. I came to the ABFF, to get down and meet some people, and promote my product, man, promote my book.
Word. Okay. So is the UK anything like Top Boy? Is anything like that?
In certain areas, it is actually. I mean, that's not the only thing I like to promote about where I'm from, like London. But there's an element of that everywhere you go. But in London it is like that.
Okay. So the name of your book, can you hold it up for the audience? The name of his book is Paper Trail. So obviously Paper Trail, we know it has to do with some money, I'm pretty much sure, right?
Yeah, so Paper Trail is a book about money. It's about two siblings called Cindy and Dwayne Harper. And basically, Cindy's a career-driven, ambitious single mother. Dwayne is her wayward brother. He's just come out of prison. He's been in prison for 3.5 years. He comes home, and she's trying to say to him, just keep your life straight and narrow, and look after me and your niece. He don't want to get into no more problems. So he's trying to keep it straight, but unfortunately, he gets dragged into a world that he's familiar with, that he doesn't want to be in. And also his sister, the people that she's working for, I'm not going to give too much spoilers, but she gets dragged into an underworld as well. And they make choices that basically lead them to work for the same criminal underworld network. So that's pretty much the synopsis. But there's a lot of twists and turns, and takes you places like set in London, but goes to the Middle East and places like that. So,
hey, you know what? That sounds real good if it's going to the Middle East. then I'm assuming it's not your ordinary boys in the hood type of story. I'm believing to myself, you're taking it to like a little espionage level,
Yes.
little, probably some little uncanny details where you just can't figure out what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
Is that where you're going with this?
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely full of plot twists. It takes you,
Plot
as
twists,
I said,
right.
yeah, a
Plot
lot
twists.
of plot twists.
Right, I like that plot
I
twist.
like to write with a lot of plot twists, so you don't know what's going to happen to the next. It keeps the audience engaged and keeps them wanting to read more to find out exactly what's going to go on next. So yeah, and I wanted to take it out of London as well, just to give a more global appeal, if you like. So when you read the story, you'll understand why it goes to the Middle East and places like that. So
Okay. Sure. Well, you're talking about the Middle East. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the Middle East right now.
it's crazy right now, man. We're
What's your
talking
thoughts about that?
it's like World War 3, 4, 5, isn't it? Right now, I mean, yeah. I you know what? If we were to get into politics, I don't really like what's happening at the moment. I don't like, how Israel is really bullying a lot of people, and getting away with it. Really, for me, it's not something I like to see because innocent victims and civilians are getting killed for no reason at all, apart from being who they are. And now it's escalated in the last few days since I've been here to Iran, as we know. So Iran and Israel now in a war, and then you've also got Russia and Ukraine going on. So it's right now it's scary hours, as they say, man.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. We need like a nice piece of legislation that says something similar to like a National Day of Peace. What you think about that? Like a National Day of Peace.
Yeah, I feel that,
it's
man.
A National Day of Peace.
I definitely feel that, man. I think that's what the world needs right now, man. It's like a bit too chaotic at the moment, and I don't know, man. I just think people are getting too happy to press triggers and press buttons and just, like, as I said, bully people in their own countries and stuff. So
yeah, it's like millions of skeletons acting crazy, right? Millions of skeletons with a brain inside of it.
No doubt,
like
no doubt.
Dysfunctioning or something.
Yeah,
right?
it's mad, mad chaos right now. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way I could describe it. And the people behind it, with the power and stuff, they also got the power to turn it around and, as you say, have a day of peace. And
we need that legislation, a National Day of Peace, just one day to reflect. You know how you have Father's Day today? Happy Father's Day.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. But the National Day of Peace, how you have all of these holidays, right? You have Father's Day, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day. But a National Day of, we even have Juneteenth coming up, right? But a National Day of Peace where we acknowledge, like you probably acknowledge someone, or acknowledge someone you never acknowledged before, or try to, I don't know, maybe just like you don't do anything. Like you don't do anything. Not necessarily being lazy, like a day off, but you're doing something that contributes to peace on that day.
True.
Whatever that might be.
Yeah. Or even just do something for someone that you don't even know.
One good thing about living in Florida, we have so many places you can just go and relax your mind. That's one thing. We can go into a grove. We can go into a mangrove. We can go to the water. We can go far away. We're in a really special place.
Definitely. I love this place, as you know. There's so many.
You're loving it for the ladies, man.
Yeah, I'm not loving it just for the ladies. Now I'm loving it because it's a beautiful.
I'm talking
place.
peace. He talking ladies. What's up with that?
I'm talking beautiful destinations.
What's up with that?
That's what I'm talking.
Come on, man.
Listen, Miami's incredible, man. It's incredible. As you know, I've been here several times, but it's, as you say, there's many spaces that you can go to if you want to go chill by the beach, if you want to go find a little spot in the city or something. For me, it's incredible. You could do many things here, man, and I love it.
How do you find peace?
You know what? I'm spiritual, so through meditation, through prayer, I have a moment to myself every day, make sure 10 minutes to myself, no phone, no music, no TV, nothing like that. Just be still, be present, man. Just get your mind set. I do that every day, man. You know what I mean? Like, I need to do it because if I don't do it, I feel off for the day. And that's, you know what I mean? That's how much is in me. I have to just sit, have 10 minutes to myself, meditate, just think about the things that I want to do or where I want to go and stuff like that, or just even just think about just praying, man. That's all, and I do that regularly, man, and it helps me, grounds me properly. So that's how I find peace.
Facts. So let's drive off somewhere real quick. Let's talk hip hop, right? We were both fortunate. We went to the Little Baby concert, right?
Yeah.
We were up in there, right? We was
Yeah,
in the
we was
building,
in the
right?
building.
You know
We
what
was
I'm
in-
saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We was in the building for Little Baby, right? Here's what I'm thinking. We gotta have some type of unity in the music, right? Meaning it can't be like always segregated, like this is strictly this age, this is strictly that age, this is strictly this is strictly that, you're this, you're that. We need to bring some, bring the music together. So the Little Baby concert I found was really good. Hey, remember, I was really impressed that he did this whole show and had no set pieces.
Nothing.
Like no set pieces.
Yeah.
He didn't have anybody coming from the wall. He didn't have anybody flying in from out of, he just kept like maybe a video and his microphone and the DJ.
Yeah, basically.
Not even any dancers.
He stripped it back. Like for a concert, that was the most stripped back I've ever seen. Like it was.
I like that word.
Yeah, he kind of made it intimate without it being in a small venue. Do you know what I mean? But he made it intimate because it was just him, as you say, the microphone, the DJ, and just music.
It's brilliant.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
The energy was, I mean, that's the first concert
Unbelievable.
I've been to in Miami, and the energy was just on 10. It was incredible.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think that he did a great job. I know that if that's how he's going throughout his whole tour, he's going to be very happy at the end of that tour because there's really no expenses.
Yeah, he's a smart guy. That's what I'm saying. He knows how to keep it clean. And to be honest with you, the way that he did it, it shows that you don't need all of that. Do you know what I'm saying? If your music is strong enough and you're a strong enough artist, you can stand alone and just literally rap and do your thing. And like the crowd were feeling it. They weren't looking for no fireworks and, dancers and backup dancers, all that kind of stuff. They were just into the music. They were vibing, man. You know what I mean? Every song he had was a banger. I ain't gonna lie. Like song after song after song was just like hitting. Like
My left ear on froze. My right ear on froze. My neck is on froze. Everything is on
froze. Everything was on
was
froze.
crazy.
Yeah, no, it was crazy.
I enjoyed it.
And to your point, like there was a blend of like mature people, I would say, and younger people in the audience, and everyone was enjoying it the same way. So that I don't really see that a lot in London. If you go to concerts, you just see a certain demographic of people depending on what artist it is.
Facts.
But this artist, he was bringing generations, together. Like,
I know I said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. I think it's like a Florida thing, though. I really do.
Maybe
I think
so.
Floridians, they're not as well, at least this part of Florida, right? Everyone kind of like mixed with each other in a lot of spaces. Not all spaces, but in a lot of spaces, all age groups mix with each other. It's just like one,
And I love that. I mean,
and it's like that in the Caribbean too.
Yeah.
It's like that in the Caribbean too. You go to Jamaica, Jamaican people, every young person is playing like an older tune. You know what I'm saying? Like with the newer tune, and everybody knows it, and everybody's dancing as one and enjoying it, like legacy vibes.
That's how it should be, right? You know what I mean? That's what music is supposed to do, like bring people together, families, friends, all of that stuff, and everyone just vibe out together. But I think because of the industry and the way that it works, and you would obviously know more than me because you've been in the industry out here, I don't know if that segregation is deliberate, if you know what I'm saying. Like only you guys can listen to this artist, only you guys can listen to that artist. I don't know. We were talking about old school hip hop the other day and thinking like, what would the audience be like? Will we get the young people to come and like get educated off of an older artist or something, or will we just have old schoolers like us in the building? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's really the dilemma, right? It's the dilemma, but it's also, I feel, about design. I feel as though, if if we respect like the younger music coming out and the style of it, yeah, it may be, it's like it may be like different from anything else before, but we also have to remember we're living in a different than anything else era right now, right? There's never been a time we have self-driving cars, right? Like you seen that on BET joint when Kevin Hart announced it. He's like, "Oh, we got this from Wago," and they had those self-driving cars that are gonna take people home. People gonna get sauced up, everything, like, and then just go in that self-driving car, and be like, "Take me home."
Yeah,
like,
for real.
The liquor. You should invest in the liquor business, by the way, because I think now that I said that, I'm thinking
You think?
liquor business is gonna go crazy when those come out in life, right?
Yeah,
But
for real.
now, but real talk, I guess at some point, we just gotta start just cleaning up some of our thoughts, like cleaning them up, because, if we let other cultures like determine who we are and determine how we should look and determine how we should treat each other, then they just gonna have us really in a box, like literally in a box, right?
Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about. The industry, I think it does that. It does put things into boxes, doesn't it? It's like, what I mean? They label music as well. They label artists, he's an artist for this generation or for Gen Z and this, that, the other. But we got to get smarter as consumers, really. Like that to me the other day with the Little Baby concert was an education, because as I said to you before, I wasn't a fan. I didn't really listen to him that much, but going to the concert, seeing the energy, seeing his performance and everything like that made me a fan. Like, what I mean? I want to listen to more of his music now, kind of understand him as an artist a bit more. So it's about like, us educating each other really in terms of how we perceive ourselves and like, when we all come as one, we're just the most powerful force in the world, bro. Nothing can touch us.
You consider yourself a decent rapper?
Me?
Yeah. Think you still got it?
In my day?
No, this day right here.
Oh, man.
Day, this day. Do you think if I gave you a word right now, you could put something to it?
I'm out of practice, bro. I tell you that.
Just try to put two words together, man. You could do it,
what's
bro.
The word, though?
Come on,
bro?
man. Shake it off.
Shake it up.
Yeah, shake
you have me on live TV, like rapping.
Yo,
like
man, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they came here for.
What's the word?
Nah, I'm just joking with you. I ain't gonna put you on the spot.
Put me on blast.
I ain't gonna put you on the blast.
Nah, man. I got bars. I don't rap.
I'll let you practice, so you can you can use Chat GPT or something.
To write my bars.
You rhyming better than everybody now.
You give me a word to write, I'll write a chapter for you.
All right. So can you read like a little excerpt from your book? It could be either be something
intro?
that you want to that you want to read, or you can just pick something random.
A little bit.
The sex in this book?
Not too saucy, but a little bit of,
Okay.
a little bit of something. Not to like put people off or anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not 50 Shades of Grey or anything like that.
Nah, man.
So I'll go into chapter 5. It's called Work Mode. So this is Dwayne. He's in his thoughts right now. He's like, can I swear on this?
Of course, man.
All right,
It's the Lions Den, man.
Just making sure, man. The lion roar, yeah? All right, so slow the fuck down, bro. Dwayne shouted, gripping Ricky's arm. Ricky pressed hard on the accelerator, increasing the speed and whipping the steering wheel, turning the car sharply through the tight back streets, his eyes bulging, focused firmly ahead. Not stopping now, bro. Can't get caught with this shit. His eyes flicked up to the rearview mirror every 2 seconds. Fuck. They're behind us. They heard the faint sound of sirens getting louder. Ricky continued to drive like a maniac, ignoring the red lights at the crossing. Dwayne sat stiffly in his seat, holding onto the door handle as the car careered around a sharp corner, hitting the curb on the side, causing it to swerve and skid. It wobbled violently and Ricky struggled to keep control of the heavy vehicle. "Oh shit, hold on." The panic was in his voice. He did little to reassure Dwayne that he was in control. "Bro, I beg you just stop." Another impassioned plea from Dwayne fell on deaf ears as Ricky continued with his rally driving through the set of the dimly lit arches. Only the blue lights of the chasing police car illuminated the blackened bricks which shrouded the cocooned like passage. I'm gonna leave it there.
Wow.
Sorry, my reading was a little bit off, but you know.
Wow. Yeah, I
So
see. It's like an R-rated book, though.
It's R-rated because it's adult, man. It's for the.
I'm
it's
fine
for
with that.
adults,
I'm
you
fine
know.
with that. I'm definitely over 17.
Yeah, good.
So yeah,
So,
man.
yeah.
That sounded pretty dope. You know, I know you have a couple of other books too. Tell me about the other one. The other one is called Don't Tell Me, Rosa.
Rosa,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So
Right.
Rosa was the book I previously released before this one. I'm gonna say this was my best-selling book in America. So thank you, America, for bigging up this book, especially in Florida.
Where can
as
they
well.
find these books?
On Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Walmart, any online retailer.
So
can
Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Walmart. Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Walmart. Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Walmart. Got you.
all good book
Okay.
online retailers. It's global, so you can pick it up.
Rosa. So give me a
Yeah.
quick little synopsis of this
So
book,
Rosa is about I call it an urban Cinderella story. It's about a young girl and her two brothers that come to the UK under a witness protection act because their parents got slaughtered in Sinaloa, Mexico.
please. Okay.
And when they get to the UK, like her brothers start getting involved in like petty crime and stuff like that, and they kind of keep her as like a slave, like a prisoner in the house. They don't let her do anything. She meets a Prince Charming, who you don't know whether you can trust yet, but she sees that as her escape to get away from her brothers and start living her own life. And she has this life that she fantasizes about, like being like this well-kept woman and everything else, yeah? And so it just goes from there to where she escapes, and then she starts to find herself. But her brothers are always lurking in the background, so she's always kind of on the run. But, you know, she has this guy that she's met, and he's trying to look after her. But it goes a bit twisty, and again, a little bit dark and a little bit gritty, because that's what I like.
Yeah, man, that's pretty dope.
Thank you.
All right, pretty dope. One thing I love about the UK, let me tell you, Linda, one thing I love about the UK is that they have so many zany sitcoms
Yeah.
that come here to the US, and we just copy your sitcoms, but we do love them, like The Office.
The Office, yeah.
Right? The
Yeah,
Office.
yeah.
I bet you didn't know Sanford and Son was from England.
I didn't.
It started off as Steptoe
and Son.
Is it
In the-
Steptoe?
Yeah, Steptoe and Son.
Steptoe and Son
Yeah.
was the original.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Americans seen that show, and then did Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
So that's like, you know this game, the Millionaire Game.
Like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
That one.
Yeah, yeah.
That was you guys,
Yeah, first, yeah.
right?
And now it's over in America.
Over in America, big
Okay,
time.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Stepford and Son is a classic. That's like, if you're old school, you used to watch Steptoe and Son. It's so funny. Like they even show reruns now. It's funny. And Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Like, yeah, it's a big quiz show out there in England.
Right. So yeah, just to say that the UK. Now I was in the UK and I ran into you out there, and it was for that Wu-Tang,
Oh yeah,
De La Soul.
Yeah,
Who else was on that ticket?
De La Soul,
Public
Wu-Tang,
Enemy.
and Public Enemy. That's right. Yeah.
Public Enemy, De La Soul,
Yeah, and Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu-Tang,
Yeah.
and maybe someone else, but I just can't remember right now.
Yeah.
But that was my first time in that arena. That was the O2 Arena, I think.
No, it's Wembley.
Was it Wembley?
Wembley Arena. Yeah.
Wembley Arena?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, thank you. So yeah, Wembley Arena. I'm just gonna just such a recap, because a lot of my audience, they love classic hip hop, right? So this event itself that happened with at Wembley was like Wu-Tang's one of their last concerts.
Yeah.
And man, they did such a great job. I just remember being backstage.
Yeah, it was fire.
Eating breakfast with these guys. Man, I told a real corny joke to Ghostface though. He didn't even laugh.
Did he just look at you?
Yeah,
like?
he just looked at me like, yeah. Can I tell you what I told him?
Tell me the joke, man.
All right, cool,
See if
cool,
I
cool.
laugh.
Cool. All right, listen. So it went like this. They had a backgammon game, and one of the crew came in. I don't know who he was, but he was like, Yo, where's my backgammon game? Yo, where's my back? Yo, anybody see my backgammon game? He was asking all the Wu-Tang, yo, where the backgammon game was, where the backgammon game. Yo, you see my backgammon game? And then after that, when he left, you know, we're eating breakfast, right, up there and everything, right? So then I just like, yo, hey, what's up, Ghostface? What's up? You know, my name is Rich Parker, blah, 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 right? He's like, hey, yo, what's up, man? Nice to meet you, man. I was like, yo, I'm here with the De La team, you know, like, you know, that's just my boys, right? He's like, oh, all right, that's cool, yeah, that's cool. I was like, yo, ain't it crazy? We getting older, right? I was like, yo, we getting older. He's like, yeah, we getting older, yeah, what's up? Yeah, I was like, yo, I said, now you can do a skit with the backgammon game, like the skit in the original Wu-Tang where they're like, yo, where's my killer tape?
Yeah.
Yo, do you remember that? Do you remember that? Yeah. Like, yo, you remember back when we was younger, it's like, yo, you got my killer tape. Yo, where's it at? But now we're like, yo, where's my backgammon game?
And he didn't laugh.
That's when you get older. That's how you be rolling. Like, yo, where's my backgammon game?
Instead of the killer tape. Yeah, I get it. I think it's funny. He probably didn't. He didn't want you to spoil the skit that was on the album. He's like, nah, we can't have that. It's got to be killer tape. Let's keep it street cred. Oh, that's funny. No, but that was a dope concert. I say a wicked concert because I remember like we were backstage. I was standing maybe 6 inches from the RZA before he went on stage and everything, and then they tore it down, man, like proper tore it down. But Wu-Tang got mad fans in the UK, mad fans globally.
That place was packed on the floor and on the top.
Yeah, really.
That's it was like a stadium, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a stadium. They did
their thing.
Yeah.
And what I liked as well was ODB's son. He came on and did ODB's stuff, right? And he sounded just like him as well, man.
Yeah, he sure did. What song from ODB do you like that always sticks out? For me, it's Brooklyn Zoo.
Brooklyn Zoo. Come on, yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Because that
even
song
the video
was so,
too.
Yeah, I mean, just so original and different to everything that was out there. His style was just, like, he didn't give a fuck, man. This is my style. Brooklyn Zoo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Even today, you play that. It's a classic.
Yeah.
Coming out. I mean, we were at ABFF. I saw quite a few movies there. Really good, real original. Not of the kind of genre that, you know, the Boys in the Hood and the Dead Presidents and that kind of thing. I think people are starting to move away from that type of film, if you know what I mean. Like,
they have to, man. It's 2025, bro. Exactly. It's 2025, man. Like, you can't be stuck in the 90s and stuff.
Right,
like,
okay.
You can't have to bring those pains and stuff. You gotta
There's
and you gotta give it
stories
up.
to tell, right?
But I'm looking at some of the younger writers and some of the younger film. I don't know that anyone has, except for Ryan Coogler, that anyone's really, really stepped out, like, and really, like, just hitting some major home runs. But I feel like they're making home runs for me, you know, like for me and, you know, like, you know, my people. But I think there's maybe like some type of, I don't know. Maybe I somebody said something real dope. I went to Chris Paul's seminar, like to his speak, and someone, like, he was a director and he came on and he said, you know what, we have to really just do our own, right? And I know that sounds like kumbaya, and we all know that, but it's really true, man. I mean, we really need to be networking with Africa. I mean, it's a massive piece of land out there.
100%.
And it's like the most people out there.
100%.
And we are in a good position as Americans to have like the correct education, the correct currency, the correct swagger. And we're actually like the equal of a lot of Caucasian people out here, right? Mm-hmm. You know? We're the equal of them. Like, we both shop in the same places. We both we both watch the same shows. So we're literally like Black Americans. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Since Caucasian people are really the Americans, you know, they just let us into their club, right? But my point is, we go to Africa, places like that, or even like other, you know, Black diasporas around the globe, right? we need to really be working, like and networking and buying land and building and
Start
creating like a
exactly.
new frontier.
Yeah, yeah.
When that's how they
100.
saw America
Yeah,
when it was just Native Americans
Mhm.
here. It was like a new frontier.
100%. I think that's important, and with the industry the way it's going, like as I said, I saw a film here. They filmed in Jamaica, so they were talking about the Jamaican film industry and how that's starting to grow. But they were talking about the, some of the problems they have because it's a small country. You can only film one set at a time, one crew at a time. They can't let like loads of people into film. But Africa is a massive country.
Nigeria's got a booming,
and it's got the
booming.
infrastructure. This is what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
they have a booming industry out there anyway. They've got Nollywood, as you know.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying.
if you build off the back of that and start bringing in some of the stories from...
They looking for American money. They looking for the pound.
They're looking
They
for
looking for the
English. They're looking
dollar.
for any money
You
to
know,
build
they-
that industry.
Yeah, they're looking for these dollars because we're in such a really good situation to have this type of currency, and if we don't see it, it ain't gonna work.
It's like look how long I could say people have had to fight to get on that platform where now the black voices and the black stories are being seen and heard in major like cinemas and stuff like that.
Let me tell you something, brother. We got so many stories that we can't even tell. I think Mansa Musa's story, the richest man in the world, right? Richest man in the world. We have to say that Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. That's not true. He's not
Well, that's what
wealthier
we're
than
told.
Mansa Musa.
Yeah.
No, he's obviously fucking got Tesla. He's got the SpaceX. I'm saying, brother, that we can't tell our story. Like, you can't ask the average kid if he knows about Mansa Musa, if he knows about Haile Selassie, you know what I'm saying? If he knows about Marcus Garvey, if he knows about W.E.B. Du Bois, if he knows about, we can like this. Like it's just haven't seen them allow us to put that up. So the point is, as long as we keep asking for the allowance, like, please can I put this out? Please no,
It's never gonna happen.
Yeah, it's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
And this is our detriment. It's
It
our
is.
detriment.
Yeah,
Because you're gonna have more people hate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, do you still think is we doing better in Europe? Do you still think that?
I still think slowly, but it's as I said, look, in Europe, they're not going to look for a story like Marcus Garvey or something like that because the demographic is just not there. However,
What are they gonna look? What kind of story would they look for?
Well, they're going to look for something that's like credible to them, to be honest.
Yeah, like you
Right.
blowing me away.
Yeah, all that kind of
Pause on that.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, pause.
Big pause. But I don't know. I'm just thinking that America is growing, yeah. From what I've seen here this week, it's growing, the film industry. I think in the UK the film industry was growing and now it's kind of stunted because it was becoming too powerful. And that's the politics behind what I'm trying to say to you. There's many good filmmakers in England, many good screenwriters, many good actors, actresses, all the
But
rest
they're
of
not
it.
getting a platform to show their stuff, man.
Exactly.
That's what I'm
The
trying to
reason
tell
why,
you, brother.
because they're only letting them get to a certain level, you know what I'm saying? And what
That's what
my
I'm saying.
point I'm trying to make is going back to the whole Africa thing and
Okay.
building our
Okay.
own industry is that
Facts.
we need to ignore.
If we can go to Africa,
Yeah.
that's
And
where
just build our
somebody be
own
more
industry.
accepted,
Yeah,
right?
you have
You're
to,
not going
but-
to be pushed away for you just because of
Right.
you may be some push away because you're a foreigner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you let them know, hey, this is beneficial for both of us,
100%.
you can build a 5,000 square foot studio out there.
Yep.
Start putting out things like MGM.
I'll
You know what I'm
give
saying?
give you a great example of a country that does that with their own industry is in India, and
India.
Asia,
Right.
with the whole
They do,
Bollywood,
right, with
right?
Bollywood,
And
right.
Bollywood been going
And
for
it's enough respected. Bollywood is enough respected.
Okay, so they got their
Right.
own thing going.
And nobody, right? And they don't
They
disturb.
don't
them.
disturb no
They
one.
know.
Some of their films get
That's what I'm
globalized.
saying. So
you know
what
I
about
mean?
we?
Exactly.
What
but
about
this,
we?
This is what I'm trying to say.
But we ain't gonna happen until
But
we
why,
acknowledge
though?
that that's our homeland.
Are we the ones that's holding we
Yes,
back
because
then?
we don't know that that's our homeland. We keep saying that.
So we think everything, the ground is more fertile here.
No, here is great for the business part of it. Like, I ain't leaving here. But what I'm saying is, if you look at how things go, there's a frontier. Like, there's a wide piece of massive land that's filled with natural resources, animals, people, mindset, intelligence that look just like me.
True.
Why am I seeing it and not messing with it?
True.
Right?
Yeah.
That's my thing. Why am I trying to just be like this individual when there's a collective right there? That's my point.
There has to be.
I'm not saying to live there and move there. I'm saying this is a place for awesome opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, as you just said, you can source the most from there. And you can probably do it for half the price as well.
Half the price?
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, people out there working a whole month for $150 US.
Exactly. So you got your crew right there who will do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you go with $2,000, you got
you got something going.
You got
exactly.
a team. You got a team.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
No,
I feel you. No, I feel you. But it's a valid point because I remember seeing a Jay-Z interview, and this is back in the day before the whole Kanye thing, and he was talking about Kanye, and he said one thing about the music industry, and I still feel it in the film industry. It's like he said, like Kanye was the first person to go over the horizon to see if there's any cowboys coming, and he'll fire the first arrow. Like, you see cowboys and Indians, he'll fire that first arrow and see what comes back, and if nothing comes back, he's gonna keep going. You know what I mean? And we need somebody like that to maybe go to Africa. I don't know who, maybe a big filmmaker or someone with a vision to go to Africa and all of the things you spoke about, say, right, I'm going to use these resources, I'm going to build something here, I'm going to get the local people involved, I'm going to get the people who are interested in doing stuff like this on my side and build the industry here. But we need someone to do that. That's all I'm saying.
Cats is like playing from behind. But I ain't going to say it does. You want to rebut that, and then we'll go to the final topic.
No, really, I agree with what you're saying. I really do. I've been places in Africa as well. I've been South Africa, Gambia, places like that, and I see the potential. Even now in Gambia, they're building it up now. More people are going there that didn't used to go there when I went there. Do you know what I mean? So the landscape is there, man. Trust me. It just needs organization. It needs somebody to front it and somebody to like say, yeah, this is what we're gonna do and this is how we're gonna do it. I just don't know who that person is. That's all I'm saying.
So you think we need a person? No, I thought I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna end it right there.
I think we need somebody who is well versed in this industry to say, I'm gonna make a mark here now. I'm done doing everything I need to do here. I want to go and start developing over there. I mean, me and you can go and do it, but it will be on a small scale, innit? Like, we can do it, but it'll be on a small scale. But if you want weight behind it and really want the growth to happen exponentially, as they say, then it's got to be, people with credentials.
Okay.
That's
I'm going to end it right
there,
like I said. All right, last topic for the last few minutes here that we have. I wanted to ask you, not about the music, right, but more about the culture, right? The culture. Who's your top 5 classic hip hop artists?
Wow.
Quickly.
Wow. Okay, I'll try and. All right, KRS-One. I'm a big Jay-Z fan, so I'm going to throw him in there. Nas. I'm going to go a bit abstract with the next one. I like Ghostface Killer. And, there's too many to mention.
Of course.
Maybe I go old school again, Big Daddy Kane.
Okay.
Because he was a massive influence on me when I was growing up. I love Kane. Even as a rapper, I was trying to be Kane.
Who your top? That's cool. Who are your top 3 R&B singers?
That's a tough one. I'll say obviously Breezy is up there. I like Miguel. I really like Miguel, and I'll take it back again, old school. I like Bobby Valentino, man. I do like Bobby Valentino, man.
He only has one song, bro.
Yeah, but that song was a classic, though. You know, what I'm
How is he
saying?
on your top 3 as one
I
song?
know. I didn't even
How does
mention
that
any.
work?
I didn't even mention no females, man. There's too many, man. There's too many.
Yeah, but how does that work? On the females, who's your top 3? Quick.
Oh man,
It could be group as well.
SWV. What's that singer? Kelly. What's her name? Not Kelly Rowland. She was back in the day. Big girl. I forgot her name. Man.
Kelly Price.
Kelly Price.
Okay.
Right. And I'm gonna go Whitney Houston. I don't know.
Whitney Houston. Oh
'Cause
yeah,
that's
Whitney's
my-
always, you
that's
can't
my
lose
singer.
with Whitney, boy.
That's my singer.
She's like the LeBron James
yeah,
of it,
that's my
right?
singer. She's the GOAT. She's the GOAT.
Well, you know what, like a LeBron Jordan, like that, like, or Michael James, you know, because I'm gonna just mesh them
together.
instead of always a competition. Just since I'm on some unity stuff right now.
Who would you say
I'm
now?
meshing
Then?
them.
Who would you say now? Who's the top? I don't know.
Top
who the
what?
Top, like basketball players and stuff.
Top basketball players?
Yeah, here. Like I know LeBron is one. You got,
In my
Steph
opinion,
Curry.
everyone is kind of in development stage. You know, some of the older guards are getting ready to like start to leave. Like LeBron, Steph, Damian Lillard. You know, these type of people are getting ready to like step off the stage. And I haven't really seen anyone develop too much yet, personally.
Okay.
You know, you just. You see glimpses of greatness, you know, but no one has really stood out
Stepping
from
up
the
to be,
stood out.
yeah.
I mean, I still like Kyrie Irving's style, but you know he's not really a leader like that in terms of winning like a whole chip by himself. You know, he's definitely a great role player. But that's another conversation. We got to talk about sports.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, in terms of music for me, my top 5 would be Rakim for sure, and classic hip hop. We talking,
Okay, yeah.
right? And then we finish it up with new hip hop. But classic hip hop, I would be Rakim, definitely KRS-One, Big L. I like Big L.
Yeah,
Big
I
L
forgot
was one
about
of
him.
my favorites.
Man. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Heavy D because he got me my start in my career, right?
That's right.
You know, he gave me my first interview, and it was actually happened to be out here in Miami. And then lastly, I'm gonna mesh Jay-Z and Nas together, because both of them are just like right there for me.
Nas, yeah.
Jaws.
Jaws. Yeah.
Yeah. And then lastly, we were saying, which one now?
What current?
Oh yeah, current. Okay. Yeah. Who's your top 3 or top 4 current?
Man, this is gonna be controversial. J. Cole, number 1.
What's controversial about J. Cole?
No,
man?
I'm just like for me, J. Cole. I'm gonna say his name, and a lot of people are gonna be like, nah. But
Oh, I know who.
I'm going Drizzy, man.
No, I know who. You're gonna say.
I like Drake,
Oh,
man.
Drizzy? Oh, Drizzy.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, J.
Okay.
Cole, Drake,
Uh-huh.
and anyone from Griselda.
Griselda?
I actually like Benny the Butcher and Conway the Machine.
Okay, I understand. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
they're my guys. I like them.
Okay. For me, I definitely like Drake. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he was the one who like took the crown from, not took it literally but like the crown was passed on to him, because when he came on the scene, music changed for good.
For good.
Like for good. Like
Forever.
the way you knew
Yeah.
the way you knew the music and rap and everything
Yeah.
like that, it's over. Like a lot of people have withdrawal, right? They still do. They still have withdrawal. They still
Yeah.
fighting for those glory days, right? But it's over. It's over. Like except like
Yeah,
that's okay.
That's done.
Like,
yeah.
So Drake was the one who did it when he had the best I ever had.
Yeah.
Every car was playing that.
Great album.
Great album, right?
Yeah.
So Drake for sure. Lil Wayne. Well, Lil Wayne is not new. Lil Wayne is kind of like in the middle. So I'll say Drake. I would say of course, Lil Baby. I like Lil Baby. He's one of my
that's your
favorites.
guy right now, isn't it? Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I like Lil Baby. And then lastly, I'll go with J. Cole. I don't know much J. Cole, but he is my
Cole's a beast, man.
yeah, he's kind of my
Might delete later.
Oh.
Listen to that album.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
trust me.
Yeah.
No skips.
Yeah. So look, brother, let me just close this out. Obviously, thank you for coming.
No.
look forward to seeing you on the moves. Once more, we can get your book, Paper Trail. Here's the book here.
Yep.
Okay. Paper Trail. And you can get Paper Trail, and you'll find that in Walmart.com,
Barnes and Noble,
BarnesandNoble.com, and Amazon.com.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Any foils, any bookshop that you know.
Any bookshop
right,
that you know.
it's there.
But those are the main 3 hubbubs, though.
Yeah.
Look for the book in those areas. Obviously, those are prominent, book sites.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it just works well. So Paper Trail or Rosa by Lyndon Haynes. And you spell that Haynes. Lyndon Haynes. Brother Lyndon, I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, man.
And, much journey. We're going to get back again. And thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me, man. Appreciate you,
Yes, sir.
Rich. Nah, definitely.
Yeah.
Bless.
All right. Cool.